The historic port of Trinity reveals the economic engine that once powered Newfoundland, cod. For centuries, merchants here amassed staggering wealth from a fishery that was both exhausting and perilous. Salted cod fueled empires, and Trinity stood at the heart of it all. Today, its well-preserved architecture and interpretive centers tell a story of trade, exploitation, and survival in a world ruled by salt and sea. Our first stop was the local visitor center. A sudden thunderstorm forced us to linger longer than planned, giving us time to absorb the town's history. We learned how Trinity, once a thriving hub, was nearly lost to time when sealing and the cod fishery collapsed. The winter Labrador ice floes brought harp seals by the thousands each winter. Sealers braved the ice to harvest seals, not only as a cash crop, but as a necessity for a family's survival when their stored food ran out. A brief but fascinating lesson about walking on the ice.
If you are a sealer going out on the ice, slob ice is just slobby, slushy ice. You can't run across that. But if you've got big pack ice, it's packed together, it's tight, it's heavy, it's thick ice, you can run across it. And it all makes a difference.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Rainstorm is over. Power has been restored. And Trinity is full of puddles. Trinity refused to vanish. Local residents, businesses, and supporters poured time and treasure into resurrecting its decaying buildings. What emerged is a town reborn. Shops, restaurants, entertainment, and history now draw visitors to its storied past. Walking through Trinity is like stepping into the 1700s and 1800s. Carefully reconstructed homes and businesses evoke a bustling mercantile town. Today, demonstrations bring Trinity to life with commentary that entertain and educate. The Lester-Garland House once housed wealthy merchant families. The Mercantile offers shelves filled with goods.
And he started one of the most successful saltfish trading businesses on this side of the island and down the Labrador coast. He passed away in 1802, and at that point, his son-in-law took it over, George Garland. He sent his two sons, George Jr. and John Bingley, and they ran the business. So it was a busy spot for about 200 years. But it was here where the fishermen would come to get whatever they needed, whether it was food for the family or fishing supplies. And they would come back with their fish to pay for it. So they used the truck system.
My name is Devin. That own and operate this building. They date back to the 1750s. Blacksmithing here in Trinity, father and son, 6 generations. Azure Green, he was the last man to operate this building, and he died in 1955. He had one daughter. Her name was Ada. She had no kids of her own. She was last of the heir of the Greens. In 55, when her father died, she had no desire to keep the building up and running. She boarded up all the windows and doors to this building, and any of the content you see inside here was locked up for 35 years. Everything. In 1990, after the 35 years, she reopened the building. It's like walking into a time capsule. Walking into the fire you see burning here, more guests? Yeah, okay. Runs. So you're looking at a bright orange of, say, 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's malleable enough to move steel comfortably with a hammer. She can reach a max of 3,000 degrees.
That's pretty hot. Not all of Trinity's stories are mercantile. Take Emma Hiscock, widowed in 1893 with 6 children.
Perhaps it came from that. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, you're probably right. Holy cow.
Now, we are in 1910, but if we were in 1911, that would actually have been the bank manager. Richard started it, drowned, obviously had a very, suddenly died, and I suppose Emma felt she never needed to use it, so she done nothing more with it. But this form will go to some Sunday hymn sings. The organ is said to have been, I'm told, it was a wedding gift to Richard and Emma. The chairs, the settee, this is all original.
Upstairs, visitors can try on period hats, a playful break during an afternoon stroll. One can easily imagine Trinity's harbor once teeming with ships, fish stores, and wooden stages. Today, the dock marina welcomes visiting yachts and offers hearty meals and gifts. Throughout the tourist season, dining and dessert options abound, each adding flavor to the town's revival. For a dose of culture, the Rising Tide Theater is a must. The building has hosted countless enterprises over the centuries. We enjoyed the Shenanigans Dinner Theater and later were wowed by the musical Maiden Voyage. A maiden disguised as a sailor follows her subscripted fiancé aboard a sailing ship. And later, The Flying Doctor. Boy meets girl and falls in love. Girl's money-loving father arranges marriage to a really old, really rich lawyer. Boy hires a fake doctor to get the girl out of the marriage. Trinity's spirit thrives, not just in history, but in performance. Trinity's religious heritage is as diverse as its architecture. The Church of the Most Holy Trinity, built in 1833, is reputed to be Newfoundland's oldest wooden Catholic church. Though small and used only occasionally, it stands near St. Paul's Anglican, the town's largest and most active congregation. Across the province, Anglicanism remains predominant, a legacy of Newfoundland's century-long status as a British dominion. Other Christian denominations are served by traveling ministers, though finding a local service can be a challenge. In larger towns, the Salvation Army often fills that spiritual role. No visit is complete without venturing to the Fort Point military base and lighthouse, where a narrow, pothole-filled road leads to a windswept peninsula protecting Trinity's harbor. More cars are coming out.
Yeah.
Here, merchants once relied on cannon batteries. The fort and lighthouse guard a narrow entrance to Trinity's well-protected harbor. Enemy ships and pirates were easily blocked by cannons located on this narrow peninsula. It's easy to see that these would provide a really good protective barrier to the town of Trinity, East Trinity, and the harbor, because the only entrance to the harbor is right through this opening here. So that goes out to the sea. And this channel goes to the harbor. Today, the lighthouse still guides vessels to safety, and the museum offers a compelling look at the site's French and British military history. We wrapped up our visit at the Trinity Historical Society Museum, where tools, artifacts, and exhibits offer a deep dive into the town's shipping past. That was a foghorn. It's a fitting finale, one last immersion into the lives, labor, and legacy of a port that refused to be forgotten. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.